Hey everyone, and welcome back to more Stardew Valley. Previously, we continued making more progress in summer, catching more exclusive fish. We also purchased a new pond to be built on our farm. However, the day I guess did end, with unfortunately knowing that there's some weird event going on. You can see this green haze, and unfortunately when we try to check out the TV, all we'll see is green static, including the Queen of Sauce. This time, it's time for us to brave the unknown and see what's going on out here. As we're going to see, it is raining, but it is going to be green rain. Now, this immediately is going to call into question just what the heck is happening here. Of course, it could be something like maybe it's a acid rain or something. And you'll see a bunch of new things that may not have been there earlier. Fibers that weren't here the day before are now here, and it'll take a few more tries to actually cut down. Speaking of cool things, though, hey, at least our summer squash is finally grown. Again, those also regrown. So is our radishes are also grown. But that's not really what matters too much here, but that was funny. But yeah, so we got that stuff grown. We're going to plant some more things, but of course, there's a lot of stuff to check out here. We got to see just what's happening in the valley. Clearly some weird phenomenons happening here. TVs aren't working, and the state of everything is concerning, but we do have some mail, so let's check that out. Saw the weather report last night. I'm not sure what will happen, but if anyone wants to take shelter in the saloon, I'll keep it open all day. Gus. Okay, so it seems like we may want to consider taking up shelter, like it seems like maybe a few other people are going to as well. We'll take a look at that later. For now, though, let's do at least our chores, because nothing else, something we can do. Let's take a look around. You can see a bunch more foliage, and there's also some other things to note. Of course, Robin's not working today, as you may expect. Even in here, it's a little messed up. We actually got our first large eggs, though. Again, I don't know why we're getting all these new things now that there's this event going on. Large eggs are better in terms of quality and can sell for a little more, which I'm going to show, since we also need... the large eggs are different and counted differently towards the... collection screen, so we get rid of that. When the day comes, which it's going to happen because this thing that's going on right now, this event, is guaranteed to happen every summer. When this day happens, try to have your axe on you and take your scythe out with you, or sickle, or whatever you want to call it. Because this event is very interesting. This is the Green Rain event, as it is known, and it is new to this update. As you can see, there are going to be a bunch of different types of fiber that you can go around and cut, a lot of which will drop even moss. And there are new types of trees throughout the valley, and a lot of the trees that you'll see that are normal or not will now contain moss on them should you hit them with your scythe or with your axe. The reason I recommend your scythe is, of course, because it saves energy. Let's go check out the town and see how everyone else is holding up during this season. And we may see, yep, that clearly things aren't as they should be. There are giant types of fibers here, these big ones which will drop a bunch of fiber and a bunch of moss, and these weird looking trees you'll see here. Let's try chopping these down. This is why it's really important. I'd recommend not upgrading your axe until either once it's summer. If you haven't upgraded your axe once, I'd recommend just not upgrading it until after the Green Day event. But in spring, I'd recommend upgrading your axe to at least copper for this event. Now, the main reason for this is just because you do not want to miss out on having your axe for this particular event. So just be careful when you put that in. Let's take a look around. Now, for the most part, these trees are just going to drop more wood and moss than normal ones would. But again, it's a bunch of extra areas to check out and see what we can do. Of course, you can see just how overrun everything is in the valley, including in the town itself. Speaking of, there's yet another new thing for the Green Day event. You'll find these large-looking fern things, which act like trees that you can chop down. Upon doing so, you'll see that they do not drop wood, but in fact drop fiddlehead ferns. So it's a nice way of getting those. Pretty interesting. Wait, that was not it. Oh, I thought it had moss on it. It did not. At least they were able to still post an update, and thankfully it's no one's birthday today, so... Slime Hunter, yeah, I doubt we're going to get that done, but you'll never know. I also don't think I'm going to be able to deliver the largemouth bass to Haley, but we'll see. So let's take a look around, we'll see what we can do. Let's check in on everybody. Let's see how they're holding up. So not everyone's taking shelter. You can see the TV over there is green as well, so it's not just us. What's going on up there? Any action? I gotta stay here with my grandparents. George, dear, is this the end? It's been a good life, but I'd like to see Alex find his way before departing. There, honey. Don't you worry. Even if it is poisonous, I breathed a more noxious gas and went back in the old coal mines, and I'm still kicking. Okay, so yeah, clearly clearly things are not going great here. Let's check out the bar, because clearly if it's open all day, he said he'd let a bunch of people come in for shelter. We can hopefully see a lot of people. Okay, let's look around a little bit. I hope these weird rains don't bother the fish. Could ruin me life. It's a sign from the Almighty. We're doomed. Are you alright? We're all wondering what's going on. Hey, do you want a flower? If you are trying to give a gift, no matter who to during this moment, you'll see in the bottom left an X with a bunch of dots in the bottom left. I can clearly see why people may not be open to gifts if they don't think there's going to be a tomorrow. I brought some medical supplies just in case. Be careful out there. Okay. Let's talk with Gus. I saw the weather report last night. It really gave me a scare. The monsters out there, what's happening? Thankfully, I haven't seen any yet. Situations like this, where a person's true character is put to the test. I'll keep everyone safe from the toxic rain. Okay, we're not even in your spot, but I appreciate the sentiment. Let's not get in a tizzy now. Gus, I propose a round of drinks to settle the nerves. That may not be the best thing to do. I don't think I've ever set foot in this place. It's actually kind of cozy. Well, I'm not worried about the rain. I'm sure it'll pass. There must be a meaning behind this. Nature's trying to tell us something. What, though? I can't tell. It's hard to read. I feel a strong presence, though. Okay, maybe Lewis knows something about what's going on. I just got off the phone with the governor. Apparently, this rain is supposed to be completely harmless. Just an unusual phenomenon of nature. Still, some of the townsfolk are panicking, which is never good. Okay, so apparently this governor person who we got off the phone with, which seems to be some higher up, apparently he knows what's going on. Apparently this is just a normal phenomenon that, despite it being very terrifying and everyone else in the valley being clearly scared, may not be that bad of a thing? Hopefully? Let's take a look around. We'll try to talk to more of the people. Mom, I'll go outside and play! Typical kid. Are you alright? I've never seen anything like this before. I wish my husband was here. He'd know exactly what to do. What? Is it acid? Will it burn through the roof and sizzle us alive? I gotta keep my little brother safe. Yeah, and you guys don't have a well, no one I don't think really here has a basement, to my knowledge. Holy. Yeah, thankfully it doesn't seem to be acid rain, which I do not blame them for thinking that, because when you see green rain, that may be the first thing that probably comes to mind is, oh, that's acid rain, which is admittedly terrifying, so I can understand perfectly why that'd be a concern. Okay, so let's take a look around. Not everyone is sheltered in there, as we saw, so we had, like, Penny's family in there. Let's check out Pierre's store, see how they're holding up. I want to make sure everyone's doing okay. Clearly, this is a scary time for sure. Like, the green rain out of nowhere. And clearly, from what Jody said, this is not a thing that they've dealt with before in the valley. So this is something new. It came with us here, apparently, to the valley. I've never seen green rain before. Must not be too dangerous if you made it here. That's true. I can look on a positive. I want to go exploring, but I can tell my mom's kind of worried, and I didn't want to add to her stress. It's probably smart. No customers anymore of this green rain, and my ledger will be in the red. I'm glad that's your concern, rather than, you know, whether it's going to affect the valley in permanent ways or your family, you know. I mean, I guess technically your job would affect your family as well, but kind of in a different way. But anyway, whatever. So that's mostly everybody. Let's go check out up here towards where Robin lives. You can see there's just a bunch of these trees everywhere that are like really overgrown. And we're going to chop more of these as the day goes on, but again, I really want to go around and try to make sure everyone's doing okay, because, again, it's a scary situation. We'll see what everyone has to say. Whoa! Who are you? Oh, it's Demetrius? Okay, I can't really recognize him. Don't mind me, Ryan. I'm just collecting some samples. This may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Or if you see my wife, can you tell her I'm okay? Okay, I guess I'll go in and tell his wife this. So he's out here collecting... That's a typical scientist. Oh my goodness. They're probably in the basement, right? That'd be the smart place to be, yeah. And thankfully, on this day in particular, you can actually come down here even if you're not friends with Sebastian. I want to go collect samples with my dad, but my mom is insisting we stay here. Makes sense, that's typical mom. My mom was freaking out, but I'm actually kind of enjoying this. I bet the frogs are going wild out there. I'm gonna stay here to try to keep her calm, though. That man is insane. Why does he have to go out there? We have no idea if the rain is dangerous. Yeah, but he is a scientist, so it's pretty... Not that it excuses his behavior, but it's probably why he's so intrigued to check it out. Now you can see just how everyone reacts to the valley. This event is one of my favorite additions to the update for multiple reasons. One, because it's just a cool little event that kind of surprised a bunch of people in the community back when it first happened, because it kind of came out of nowhere. But two, it's also just because it really does change the atmosphere of Stardew Valley in a really unique way, but not in such a way that's like jarring, at least to me. Stardew Valley, of course, it takes itself seriously every now and then with certain cutscenes like Shane stuff, you can definitely tell, which we've been seeing. But for the most part, it is a relaxing game, which, you know, is what it's supposed to be. And that's the thing, is I feel like this event is interesting because it kind of goes against that to some degree, but not, like, super heavily. Like, there's still people who are, like, pretty calm about it and are super rational about it. But then there are people who, reasonably so, are absolutely mortified and terrified of what's going on. And it's kind of really cool for me, especially. It reminds me a little bit of Majora's Mask, for those of you who played that game, which is one... It is my favorite Zelda game of all time. And one of the reasons is just how you see characters react in these situations that you wouldn't expect in a game like this. But now to cut a bit of the drum away, as Mary Lewis said, this event, in fact, does not mean anything that is super harmful to you. This green rain will not do anything to you in terms of harm your character. Everyone in the valley is going to be just fine. I want to make sure I ease any nerves that people may have at this point. Speaking of, I actually was able to catch a large one bass. Thankfully, we can give that to Haley for her quest. Again, for the most part, it doesn't really affect too much of the valley. Wait, here. There you go. That's exactly what I needed. I'm so happy. Why'd you want that for? I don't want to know what you needed that for, but whatever. 300 gold, we'll take it, and we got a little closer with her. Again, no one else wants gifts, but you can still complete quests, which is nice. I'm glad that Concerned Ape, who is the guy who made the game, by the way, I don't think I've actually ever said his name before, or his, like, username. Thankfully, he made sure that if there's an event going on today, like a quest, you can actually complete it. There's only a few more places to check around the valley that we haven't really seen. We'll check out and see how Marnie's ranch is doing. See, I don't think they have a great spot. Their cows are also just out right now. Wipe your feet! That's your big concern. You're not worried about this rain? That does put me at ease a little. Just hope the cows tuck themselves in. They're out there wandering around right now. I'm scared. I don't have to go to work today, so I'm not complaining. Okay. Shane is so real for that. I think so many people in a situation like this would be concerned slightly, but then they would just realize, you know what, I don't have to go to college today, I don't have to go to work. Frick it. One other person I really want to go check is the wizard. I think if anyone can confirm whether or not this is something to be afraid of, it would be him. He just seems like he knows a lot about this sort of stuff. Not to say that he's a weird guy who knows weird stuff, but he's kind of a weird guy who knows weird stuff, so hopefully you'll be able to confirm or deny stuff for us. But as I mentioned, in reality, this event doesn't really do much in terms of like affecting you in a dangerous way or anything. What it does do is it, as I said, put all these like trees and fiber around for you to collect, which I definitely recommend doing so because it is a great time to collect these resources that can actually be pretty hard to collect, especially later on. Fiddlehead ferns are always nice, and chopping down a bunch of these trees for wood, might as well. A lot of goodies we can get from this event, but it's nothing like super exciting in the like effect that it's like, oh, it's all these new things, but it is still an event you want to make sure you get the most out of if you can. Also, I thought I got something crazy there, but I don't think I did. So we're just going to go around and be doing that today to make the most of it. Since the day's already almost over, we'll try to do as much as we can. Though the unusual rain may be alarming, there's nothing to fear on this day. In fact, that is a day of great joy for many living things. Okay, so it seems confirmed that the green rain is a bit weird, and the green haze is a little unsettling, but it actually is perfectly fine, and it's seemingly actually a really good day for a lot of living things. This would explain why we've seen, as even Sebastian said, we've seen frogs running about, we've seen the cows out and grazing. For them, it's pretty much like a normal day, or maybe it's even a better day for them, because they're a lot more in tune with nature than us humans can be at times, so it would make sense that they're viewing this differently than we are. As stated, this day is going to be a little interesting because, unlike the other ones, it's pretty much going to be a day specifically for foraging and getting wood and so on and so forth. And were we trying to do that? Oh, the traveling merchant's actually here today? I did not know that. Because, I was going to say this, actually, because it's about to be the next topic I was going to touch on. The Green Day event, as I said, is something that's going to happen once. It's guaranteed to happen once every summer. It can only happen in summer, but it's guaranteed to happen once every summer. However, it is not known what day it can be. It can be really late in the season, it can be really early in the season. I believe the only caveat to that is that it cannot overlap with any holidays outside of, I think, birthdays, maybe? I think birthdays it can overlap with. But it can't with any, like, of the, festivals or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. Which is one of the reasons I mentioned the whole thing about getting your axe upgraded and whatnot, because, again, it can be a little weird. Nothing here I really want, but she does have an interesting line. I smuggled these goods out of the Gotaru Empire. Why do you think they're so expensive? A little bit more things about that. I think we've heard about that actually before. From Sam, the Gotaru Empire as like the enemy and stuff like that, so keep that in the back of your mind. It may come up again sometime soon. But at this point, we're going to essentially just go around and we're going to try to harvest as much as we can. In case you're curious, I don't believe the fish spawns change anything here. For them, it just acts like rain. There's nothing in the mines different. It really is all just this stuff out in the valley for you to go and interact with. So this would be a good time for you to be collecting wood and collecting things like fiber, which, considering it could be really annoying to have to mix that in with doing other things, which I feel like are maybe a little bit more necessary or feel more necessary than, you know, this. So it's locked. Okay, so I think she stays in her cabin today, but unfortunately we're not friends with her. So I'm not actually entirely sure if that's the case. I feel like she would, but I don't know. Maybe she is in the barn. I just didn't see her. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Again, we're going to experience green rain again in the future. Spoiler, because, you know, multiple years and all that, but still. 200 fiber is pretty good, and now at this point we're pretty much going to focus on the trees. For the most part, as I said, there's nothing super exclusive to this event that's, like, really amazing to go for. But I am hoping to find one thing. There's one thing that... Oh, there it is, actually. I already have one. Mossy seed. This can be planted to grow rare wild trees. The things we're chopping down right now, these really heavy foliage trees, and even there's a chance for the... what's it called? The fern tree to spawn from those. So they're really rare. But getting a bunch of these now would be helpful later on, especially if you want to try to get more fiddlehead ferns or something. We just got another one there. You can get them from chopping down trees, and I think you can rarely get them from the fibers we've been cutting as well. Don't quote me on that, though, as well, so... I think that's true, though. Okay, let's chop that down. Thankfully, we have our summer squash done today, so we can actually use these for energy, as I mentioned. They're pretty much like the carrots in the sense that they grow really fast, and they're mostly used for energy because they're not worth much. But interestingly, unlike the carrots, these actually grow multiple times. But I think they're also a little less valuable in terms of how much energy you get back comparatively to the carrots. So it kind of balances out a little bit. Could talk to Gunther, but I think he actually just closed because it's 9 p.m. As I said, the day, we're not going to be able to make the most out of this first one because I want to show a lot of the dialogue and kind of play into the experience of the Green Rain for the first time. But again, we're going to experience more of these and we'll be more efficient about it next time, and hopefully we'll actually get more done than just this. We're still making good progress. We have 200 wood, like that's not bad. Got a decent amount of ferns, another mossy seed, nice. All the butterflies coming off, that's kind of really pretty. Again, it doesn't really play into the vibe too well, but who cares. Chopping down as many of these as we can. We have 42 fiddlehead ferns. As I said, fiddlehead ferns is a great time to get these. They are not amazing for energy by themselves, but they can go into a lot of recipes, so might as well collect them. And you need, as I said, a few for the bundles anyway. And if you don't have access to the secret forest, then this is your best way of getting them at this point. So hopefully we can just get a bit more wood for the day ends. I don't know what level our foraging. I think foraging's level 5. Yeah. Hopefully we can reach level 6 foraging, which we could get from just doing what we're doing currently. Because then we can essentially go as long as we want. Because then our energy will come all the way back, which would be really nice. But we'll have to see. I don't actually know if you get more wood from these trees comparatively to the normal ones we could chop. But I just like chopping these because, again, the mossy seeds that we could use for the special type of tree. And also because they're more event-oriented, so I feel like they should be slightly better with their drops. I'm not entirely sure if that's true. So that's why you see me going for these over some of the other ones. But I remember when I first played this update and I experienced this event, because I was really blind to the 1.6 update. I knew very little about it. Like, there was very few things I knew about it, and this was one of the things I knew nothing about. Like, I didn't even know I knew that he said there was gonna be some new like events, but I didn't know like this was of course gonna be one of them, or like what it was gonna be about. So when all of a sudden I checked the weather one day in my first year of summer doing a playthrough of the new update. Also, we got our level up, which is nice. I remember I was genuinely confused and a little actually scared. Because it's reminding me of like one of those like old creepypastas from 2012 where like the news reporter showed something different. He was confused and a little concerned. And then only for me to wake up on the next day, aka the day where the Green Rain started. And for the haze to like of the entire valley to be green, and for all the TV channels to be gone, and then going into Valley and getting the letter from Gus saying everyone's like hiding out in the bar. All of that, dude, that threw me off so much at the time. Like, it was insane, dude. I actually, like, legitimately got freaked out back when I was playing this game. Like, again, it reminded me of those old creepypastas from 2010 and 2011, so I was very much concerned by it. But again, now I really find myself loving this event. Oh, you did actually get another Woody Secret, which is one we already have, and we've already read, which as you can see, it has like the thumbs up. But as it says, reading this book again will grant some foraging experience. So you can actually read this multiple times, and it will still give you some more EXP. So still can be useful to grab, or you can hold on to that for something later on. But if it's one of the EXP books and you're not at max level, you might as well just read them, so that way you can get a little bit more level, especially for foraging, which I haven't really been doing much of outside of like today, because we just reached level 6 foraging today, thankfully, so not terrible. And with that, I think we're gonna head back to the farm. We cleared out a lot of the trees. We got a decent amount of wood. I think we have like 477, and we have a bunch of fiber, and we got a few things like mixed seeds. We got quite a lot of moss, a bunch of fiddlehead ferns. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, considering it was a day that, you know, conceptually I was just going around and talking to people to see their dialogue, I am very happy with what we received this day in terms of our goodies. One thing I am going to do is I'm actually going to sell, I think it's a moss I need to sell, right? And a fiddlehead fern. I think I need to sell one of each of those things. Specifically because, again, I need it for the compendium looking thing. So I want to make sure I am selling all that stuff. And we're just going to put everything in, and we're going to hop right into bed as soon as I put everything else away that I don't really want on me. Again, unfortunately everything's not really organized right now, but hopefully eventually it will be. Let us hop into bed, and we'll go to sleep. Also, it looks like Ella is sleeping on top of the bear's lap. That's adorable. Due to how her model is laid out. Level 6 foraging, 1 axe proficiency, new craft recipe a lightning rod, new craft recipe wild seeds FA for fall, and new crafting recipe warp totem for the beach. Cool. Another thing, you can actually see how even the tint of the screen here for selling stuff is green as well, so It's worth noting. So you can see summer squash, 45, not really worth it. Large eggs are still, I think they still are worth more if you make them into mayonnaise, I believe. So definitely gonna be doing that. But as I said, they do count as different things for the compendium list or whatever. So I wanted to sell at least one of each. And just like that, it's like nothing ever happened. News report's not even going to mention anything. Fortune teller is going to be back on. Very displeased. Welcome to Living Off the Land. And guess what? He's not going to talk about anything either. Let's talk corn. It's an unusual crop because it lasts for 2 seasons. That's right. When most crops die when the seasons change, corn lives on. You can get on both summer and fall. Now get out there and plant some corn. Yeehaw. Yeah, as you can see, and we have no mail. Like, clearly, like, it seems like nobody's talking about what just happened yesterday when everyone thought the world was going to end. Which is interesting. I guess I don't blame them for trying to move on from it, but hey. It was nice for a few different reasons, but something interesting worth note is pretty much all the effects of the green rain will go away the day after. All of those big trees you saw us chopping down, pretty much all those are gone. Or they'll turn back into normal trees. Not all of them will, though. Again, that's still pretty rare for the most part for them to even do that, I believe. But all the fiber that you didn't cut that had spawned, that's gone too. All that stuff disappears. Again, there's pretty much no effects, and I believe very few people even mention or even say anything about it today if we go and talk to them, so it's pretty interesting how everyone just kind of ignores it and pretends like it didn't happen, which is funny because like half the people yesterday were like, oh my god, are we gonna die? And now everyone's just like, oh, no, I guess we didn't, so who cares about that event. A lot of our stuff is close to growing. You can see our fish pond is actually done despite Robin not working on it yesterday, which is kind of funny. And that means we can finally talk about that and get that working, but of course I'm watering here. So I'm going to speed this up again so you don't have to worry about it, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so I finished watering the crops, and something you actually may have seen there was you can actually refill your watering can at the pond that you built, which is nice. You have multiple uses for that. I think I have more trash to put in here though, so I'll just put something else in here. We also got a rusty cog, which we don't need, but we got another one. Hopefully we have more large eggs. Yep. Do have to replace their hay because, of course, they had to stay in yesterday, despite Marnie's cows not having to stay in. So her animals are just better than mine, but that's fine. I mean, to be fair, I guess, I wouldn't blame them for not wanting to be there. One other thing that is worth note is there is a repercussion from the rain that does stay. A lot of the trees are now going to have moss on them, even the ones that didn't have them before. It just, I think, expedites how much or how quick it is until they have the moss. So not all of them are going to have it, but it makes it more likely, I think, that there are some that are going to have the moss, if that makes sense. Just gonna throw that in there because I don't need need that. It's Monday. I think I need a mission, right? Yeah, to go kill sludge, red slimes. Yeah, we need to go do that today. Okay, so now that we've got all that set up, let's go get some gifts ready for today. I think it would be nice to be getting on that. A lot of these gems would be good for that. One of you. I think I need to smell a bunch of gold, actually, which I don't really want to do, but I need to for a gift, so I'm not going to give that person a gift today. So amethyst for Abigail, emerald for Penny. We'll get a topaz for Emily if we see her, and then Haley will actually probably just be good with a flower. I don't think we need to give her a gem, so we'll just continue on like nothing happened. Oh yeah, wait, before I go. Sorry about that. We're gonna put a fish in the fishing pond today. Of course, since that's done today, I can actually do that. The fish we're gonna be putting in is... Do we actually have an extra one? I don't think I did. I didn't catch an extra one, which is embarrassing, but it sounds alright for me. There's a specific fish that I want to put in that pond. You can put any fish, I believe, in there. And what they will do does differ slightly, but I'll get into that at a different point. But I will say there's a specific fish I'm going for the sake of what one I want to put in there. And it is going to be the sturgeon, the thing that we saw up in the lake a while ago, which I got pretty lucky with my first time getting, so I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get it this time right away, but we'll hope for it. We'll actually do the red slimes. No, I need to do that first because I need to find Lewis later. So first things first, let's try to find some red slime. Hopefully we can. I don't really want to do the freaking reset method for goddamn slimes, but I may end up having to do that if I don't see any here. Please have one of these floors have them off the bat. Okay, 2 in here. That'll be a good start. Again, unfortunately, some of these missions can be really annoying just due to the fact that they're either enemies that are rare to come by or having to kill a bunch of them. I think we need to take out 6 of these things. Holy frick. Oh, no, 4. Okay, that's not that bad. I thought it was 6 for some reason. Also, a crab here, and I'm going to take them out just because completing these monster slaying goals for the crabs is really annoying because they are pretty rare. I'm going to take a screenshot. I don't like doing this method too much, again, when I'm doing stuff like this for you guys, but For the sake of getting the most out of the day, I feel like I have to, because otherwise I'm just going to be running around like an idiot. It's like there I know, like top right is the only red slime here, and we only need to kill 4, so we don't have to kill 1 more after I take him out. So I might as well go up and do this now. Just don't have to worry about it later. And I don't know. Again, maybe everyone has a different feel for it. And as I mentioned a while ago, and I keep mentioning it, eventually the series is going to be very different with how I approach it, because it's going to be a lot more like highlights. Where I'm going to be recording multiple, but it's not going to be that probably till the end of like first year, because there's just be so much to see. Like even right now, I'm kind of speeding things up a lot and kind of chopping certain bits up that I didn't think you guys would want to see. But if there is certain stuff you don't want me to do that for, I want you to let me know. Because there's stuff like the watering, which I assume pretty much no one would want to see unless it's like they sped up or cut completely. Right now I'm just speeding it up because, you know, I feel like it's just quicker that way for you guys to see it. But again, just let me know if like the fishing you want to see it sped up and not just cut out and things like that. Of course, just makes it so that way there's more less time in an episode, which I feel like if it's filler like that, you wouldn't really want that in the episode anyway. So I don't know. Anyway, we got our slime goal met. I think we have to talk to Lewis for this one based on how it was structured. Yeah, Lewis. Thankfully, he's out most of the day, so I'm not super worried about that. And I'm going to try to catch the sturgeon first before we go back into town, because I just want to get, again, this out of the way as well. Sturgeons are pretty rare, so I'm not expecting... This is where the sonar the sonar bobber may actually come in handy, because a lot of the fish up here are not worth much. The only one that's really worth much is the sturgeon and the largemouth bass. The bullhead's not terrible, but I'm not really here for money or anything. Or, well, of course I'm always here for money, but I'm not here for catching fish just to sell them. I'm here specifically for the sturgeon. This is looking like, not a carp, probably a chub. Frick, okay. I need to do this a little better. Maybe a carp. It's not. It's moving more than carps usually do, but it's also like not moving enough where I think it's something valuable. So I'm not sure. I'm guessing, yeah, chub. That makes sense. So I'll take whatever we get. Or deluxe bait. Deluxe bait. I think right now the only way we can get it is from either buying it or from the chests, and it's not worth buying it. So we're just gonna be saving it up for when it's more useful. This is where I may actually go get the sonar bubble if we don't, or sonar bobble if we don't get it right away. I'm hoping we get it by the end of the day, just so this thing starts going, but... Okay, there we go, we got it, good, okay. So now we got that going, we're not going, we have that. Now we can look around, do I have anything for you? You like sweet peas, right? Yeah, okay, good. Thankfully, Linus is not super duper picky with forageables. There are definitely a few that he doesn't like, but for the most part, I think he's pretty tolerant to that stuff, which is good, and it makes sense. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything bad about Linus's character, but I don't know, I just feel like when it comes to people who accept stuff, he'd be more... He seems like one of the type of people who'd be more... What the frick? What the heck, dude? Really? I'm trying to come here, talk to your mom, and you're gonna... I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Oh my gosh, her face. Oh, Demetrius is happy with the samples he collected. It seems like his little science project is more important to him than his own wife. I mentioned to Willie that you got a new fish pond. He seemed really happy about it. Apparently he raised crabs, and a young man called it the time-honored tradition? What? Okay. So yeah, she had some dialogue there for the Green Rain, and she, of course, just had some there for that as well. One thing I actually want to do is I'm going to come over here to move buildings. I haven't shown this much. You can actually move stuff around. So, for example, I can move the silo, which eventually I'm going to. The only thing I want to move right now is actually the shipping bin. This is something you used to not always be able to move. I'm going to move it right here in front of our house, because then we can make this area something different, and then we can also just have this in a more efficient area. You can actually also move your main house, too, now as well. Of course, I have stuff here, so I can't do that right now. But I think that's kind of cool that you can just move stuff around now. Also, that did get put back in its default position, right? Okay, yeah, good. I just want to make sure things good. You can move everything around, and it takes no time for it to move, and it doesn't take any money. So feel free to be doing that and just checking things around. A lot of stuff in here. Nothing I really want to do right now, especially with the money I currently have, which I'm not doing terrible on money, but freaking Maru. Well, she was the one I was trying to smelt the gold bars for, because if I recall, the reason I don't have any gold bars is because I was selling them all for money, which, again, I'm not regretting that, but... Here's an emerald for you. 4 hearts and penny. Nice. Thank you. I really love this. Vince has been asking me for slugs. Oh, wait. Asking me about slugs for weeks. So I prepared a whole lesson on them. They're actually pretty interesting. Whenever I see a banana slug, I feel like it's a sign of good luck. Okay. It's kind of cool that she can get into her job. Unfortunately, not everyone can, especially with teaching. That's really hard. Okay, so I need to talk to Lewis. I have a gift for a few different people. We have another mission. There's Lewis. Another... Really? Really? Huh? Okay, well, let's get this one. Alright, so help me with the slime problem, thank you. We didn't get too much trouble. I know it's really hard to get sticky slimes out of your clothes. I definitely ruined a few good pair of pants. Trying to catch these little wigglers, I can remember Papa going into the rage after I got chocolate brown slime all over my brand new twill pants. Well, anyways, enjoy your reward. What the heck are you talking about, dude? Well, I was quite excited for our little town and just relieved that everyone's okay. Okay, so yeah, some people do talk about it. If everyone's again, I think we'll be a little more relaxed. It's not the end of the world. Okay, yep, see? So now everyone's gonna be a little more relaxed in the future. It's Gus's birthday, I forgot about that. Okay, we're gonna have to give him something. Probably just buy him a bread from his store or something. I don't have anything for you. I guess everyone in town was scared of that strange rain. I had no idea. I just thought it was incredible. I have nothing for you either, do I? Dude, I have like nothing for any of these people. Frick. Okay, you know what? You probably at least like Sweet Peas. I'm giving you one. I'm not gonna give Pierre anything. Screw Pierre. I'll give him something later. Where is Abigail? Oh, she's probably out right now. Why is she? She wouldn't be at her house at 2:30 freaking p.m. Also, yeah, we just got another freaking bounty one for killing more slimes, but it doesn't count like the ones we just did. So we have to go back there and kill more of them. Ugh. Oh, it's so inefficient, but it's whatever. Okay. Can't complain. We have things to do. Let me go in here. I'm gonna talk to Gus. I want to make sure I give him his birthday gift. I'm just gonna give him this grape. I don't remember what he loves at the top of my head. Oh, birthday gift. Thank you. He barely liked that. That wasn't even a liked gift. That was a neutral gift because I got 1 heart with him. Wow. Okay, well. Sorry, Gus. I just don't know you well enough, man. I'll be honest. I could buy salad for people or beer. I don't really want to buy gifts for people right now because, again, I just don't have that much money. It's not because I want to be mean to them and, like, I'm trying to hoard all my stuff. It's just I'm saving up for the things. I have to do so much in this town, okay? I don't need to defend myself on why I'm not spending money on them. Well, I guess they do. Sometimes they've spent money. Never mind. I can't really say that. Okay, Emily. I'm going to give her a gift. Give Haley a gift. Sorry, I don't really like I don't like these episodes just being me saying, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But it's hard for me to think and talk about other things as well, so a lot of times it ends up being that. Of course, I already mentioned, it's all like talking about stories and stuff like that, some of the other things, hence I just mentioned the, not just mentioned, but I mentioned the Green Rain one yesterday, holy frick, had an aneurysm there. But things like that, just I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm going here, oh, I need to go do this, I need to go do that. But I do that also to some degree because I want it to be like, oh, now I can share that information with you guys and you'll understand to be like, okay, so this is what the plan is. Okay, so next reward's gonna be a bed. We actually just got something new, Stardew Up Tea, a very special gift that would delight anyone. This is a beloved gift to people, to anyone, doesn't matter who you give it to. This is a great way of boosting friendship, and because of that, we're not giving it to anybody. We're gonna give it to somebody at some point. Just not right now, because I'd rather get more out of it. And you can give that, also, it's not tied to the gifts per week. So for example, if you already gave, like, Pam 2 gifts this week, and you wanted to befriend her still, you could give her, the Stardrop, tea anyway, and it would still, like, work out, so. Oh yeah, I'm way behind on you 3, okay. Frick me, okay. Contemplating. Okay, so we can find Abigail, hopefully, and give her a gift. That'd be nice. Ugh. Yeah, such a bad day. Oh, yeah. During summer, if you come over here, Alex will sometimes be working the ice cream stand, which you can buy ice cream for 250 gold. I'm going to actually buy one right now, even though I didn't want to spend money specifically for somebody else. Hey, Haley. It's going to get such a nice tan this summer. Okay. Take this. Thank you. For me, gasp. Thank you. Yeah. Shut up. Sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just thinking. The reason I bought that... frick. Wait, Abigail actually may be up near the mountains anyway. This may work out. Please be up here, Abigail. Please, be playing your flute. It's either that or you gotta be down near the wizard, which I hope you're not down there, because there's no way I'm giving you the amethyst today if you're down there. Frickin' amethyst. Okay, well. Oh, no, she's here! She's not playing her flute. Okay, good. Here, take this. Wow, it's just my color. Thanks, Ryan. And we got her 2 hearts now. Nice. And she's like, everything's back to normal. It's like magic. A lot more people have lines about it than I remember. For some reason, I remember a lot of them just not saying anything, and I guess that stood out in my mind more than the people who did say something, which probably isn't the best. Where is Demetrius? Where the frick? Wait, whoa. Oh, no, it's summer. He's probably down near the fountain. Oh, frick. Wait, he's probably... Robin! I can't be getting mad at her house, dude, but... Oh, okay. I think Demetrius is down here. He's probably near the fountain. He goes down there during the summer sometimes. I don't fully remember what time he does or when he does. See, Penny and Maru up there. They're really good friends, so they hang out a lot. We saw that in spring, too, but now they hang out near the old community center. Where is Demetrius? There he is. I'm giving you ice cream. Demetrius loves ice cream. So if you want to give him gifts and you're have a hard time befriending him like I do, even though it is having to buy him a gift, it's not super expensive and, you know, it's not that bad. Unfortunately, I have nothing you like. Do you like sweet peas? I really don't. Okay. You like sweet peas. Good, okay. So I can at least give you those when I see you from now on, right? So I think the only person I'm at 0 hearts with still is Sebastian, right? Yeah. Sebastian just never leaves his little freaking room. I need to be going to the bar at night and giving him a goddamn... He doesn't go there every night. He goes there some nights. When he goes there, though, the thing I'm trying to say is I need to give him gifts. If you didn't know, Sebastian loves frozen tears, which is hilarious for an emo guy, but I need to be bringing those to him. Hey, Penny. Okay. So I think now what we're going to do is we're going to head to the mines again. I'm going to go try to defeat the 6 slimes we need to defeat, because that's the mission we got today. Very weird day today. Like, I've just been going around talking to people, which makes sense. I've been doing these things, but I also need to be making money, too, which... Oh, man. I guess I could go mine fishing after today. It may just be one of those days where we do that. And for the sake of time for this episode, because I want to get a third day in, because I'm trying to be efficient about this, I'm going to not only speed this up, I'm actually just going to cut around until I finish the mission. And I'll see you guys whenever I next have something to mention. Yes, dude. Oh my goodness. That is the fish I was looking for, the ice pip, a rare fish that thrives in extremely cold conditions. Whoo! And that one you could tell was a little bit tougher just by watching me try to fight for it. That was the fish I was looking for. It is very rare, as it said. It also has a purple background when it appears there, showing you that it's rare. Oh, man. And also, yeah, welcome back. I did complete the bounty, as you can see there, and I caught the fish. Oh, that's so nice. I was expecting just to come back and talk to you guys when I had got back home and said, oh, well, I completed the bounty, but I didn't get the fish. But, oh, we're finally done. We got the ice pip. This is a fish you can catch multiple times, similar to all the other ones we've seen so far. It's just very rare. We're going to be selling it because I'd rather just honestly get rid of it. I don't want to keep this guy around. He is definitely hard. Not like the hardest fish you're going to find in the world, but I'm just so glad that that's out of the way because now we don't have to go back into that area. There's only one more fish exclusive to the mines that we need to get. That one's going to be the hardest one easily, which I'm not looking forward to either, but I'm just so glad we got that one over with as well so we don't have to worry about that one. Okay, frick. Is he asleep or is he at the bar? I hope he's getting drunk. Please be getting drunk, like a bad mayor would right now, 11:30 p.m. Dang it, he's a good guy. Okay, so we'll have to talk to Lewis tomorrow about this and get our reward from it. Oh man, we also got a ruby, which believe it or not, I didn't get from fishing. I actually got from the mines. I know, it's weird. That's a foreign thing for us. Got a few other things. One thing I will want to do before we go to bed is I'm going to throw the sturgeon into the pond. As I mentioned, you can put any fish in there. And I'll kind of explain more about it as time goes on. Also, for some reason, not seeing the shipping bin where it normally is almost threw me for a loop there, but now I remember why it's not there. Throw all that in there. Ice Pip's going to be on top, making even more money. And we're just going to... Wait a minute. Whoa. I did have a sturgeon saved up. What the frick? Oh, I didn't know. I'm so stupid. Okay, but you know what? We have an extra sturgeon, which that's not a bad thing. Throw that in there, go up to it, and you can see by clicking on it again, sturgeon pond, population 1. We're feeling healthy. Again, I'll get more in depth to that right now, but all that matters is when you throw one in, generally they're not going to say anything for you for a little bit, so. Depending on the fish, though. Depending on what the fish is, like what type of fish, it will kind of determine that stuff. But again, I'll get into that later on, if you will. I'm going to keep 2 gold bars on me for... Actually, what am I doing? Yeah, 2 gold bars on me for Maru to give her potential gifts that she loves. Sell the other 3 because I need the money. And we're just going to smelt more iron because we have a bunch of that. And it's stockpiled up. We might as well be throwing that in there and getting that smelted. And I think that's all for the day. Let us hop into... Oh, Elle is sleeping on our tummy. That's going to hurt. But it's sweet anyway. So as you're going to see here, it may not look super impressive. The ice pip is worth almost 1,000 G. Yeah, so you see this number, you see the chub, and you're like, oh man, this is a terrible fishing day. And it would have been if I'd spent the whole day fishing. But I didn't spend that much time fishing. 937 gold for the ice pip. Very good money. Not worth it in the slightest to go for, though, outside of catching it for the first time. Because that money, in comparison to how much you could be getting fishing elsewhere, minuscule. Trust me, minuscule. Unless you're insanely lucky and you're willing to play into the hands of fate, don't worry about it. Also, one of the mayonnaise is gold quality. That's nice. You can see it really increases the price of that, too. Overall, nice day of money. Now, as stated, I do want to do 3 days in this episode because I was in town today, which is great. But this is already going to be a longer episode to begin with, so what I plan on doing is I plan on this being the first episode that kind of leans into what I wanted to try a little bit, which is me cutting around, showing the highlights of the day. Otherwise, you're pretty much going to assume that I'm doing all the same old I'm doing. For example, you can expect I'm going to be checking out the chickens, fishing ponds, all the same here, as you can see there, nothing really new. But I'm just going to be doing the daily stuff, and anything that's worth note, I'll cut back to, and yeah, you're just going to see it as it goes. So, let's get the day started. First thing of note is going to be the fact that not only have our hot peppers grown again, we also have our first harvest of our flowers. You can see our sunflowers have grown, which give us some seeds back, which are really nice, and we have some summer spangles. Really nice. We're actually going to replant some of this stuff in a bit. First things first, I'm going to sell the gold sunflower and the silver one. Sell a summer spangle because I don't really feel like having that on me, and I'll sell all 6 of the hot peppers because, again, money is very important to me. I am just that shallow of a guy. And wouldn't you know it, for once in my life, I finally remembered to check out our mushroom cave. It's been a long time since I've checked in there, so we've not been very efficient about it, and that is entirely my fault. I will say it's more than possible we see quite a few cutscenes today with some of the villagers, especially the bachelors and bachelorettes. We've been befriending a lot of them, especially the bachelorettes, mostly because I feel like their schedules are a lot more clear cut. Like they're usually in pretty out in the open areas, so there's a high chance we see a few different cutscenes today, which would be pretty nice if we did. One of which would be inside Pierre's shop, oh, hello there, Jody. Hello. Do you need something? I'm a little busy. Okay, well, fine, frick you too. Another quest, holy moly. Today's the bookseller day. Don't really have anything for that. That is not happening, but you know what? I'll accept the quest anyway, because you never know when a miracle could happen, right? Bookseller's in today. I have a bunch of gifts to give to people while we're out today. Check out the bookseller just because I want to see if he has any different wares. Nothing for us, because again, I'm not... None of the stuff I'm saving up for it has to do with the bookseller, but I just want to see if he has any new wares in, because his stock can change up a little bit. Hello there, bookseller. You can also trade in books, which is really interesting, as you can see here. If you get extras of certain books, especially ones that don't, like you can't get multiple of, you can actually get a bunch of different items, and I'm not going to go over them too much. It's usually nothing like super duper amazing, but it can be some pretty interesting stuff. Gain some fish experience. You can see a bunch of cool stuff in here. I think most of it looks like it's the same from what we've seen in the past, so not that I'm super in need of right now, at least nothing that I'm wanting to save up for over other stuff, so... Oh, hello there. Lost book and mystery box, cool. I think we are going to head into Pierre's shop, which is going to bring us to a very interesting cutscene because it introduces us to a new part of the game that I'm still going to hold off to really go in depth about until later, but we should see. Wait, wait, what? What? Are we already? Wait, is she out somewhere? Wait, why is she not here? I'm actually very confused. I thought that... Does she not? Oh, she may be out. Oh, because it's Tuesday. Everyone's here freaking training and... Oh, okay. Do you like Frozen Tears? Okay, well, at least you like it. Do I have anything for Robin? I'm gonna give this to Marnie. You hit on all the women. There we go. Even though the moms. I was kidding. Freak. Okay, we talked to all of them. Hey, Lewis. Don't really need... Oh, yeah, I need to talk to you because I have my quest to put in. Oh, so you helped me with the slime problem. Thank you. Didn't go through much trouble. I know it's really hard to get that sticky slime out of clothes. You definitely... Okay, yeah, this is the... Wait, he said dress pants that time. He said something different. What? Wait, why'd you... Okay, whatever. Okay, so I still want to give quite a bit of gifts today. I have a few different items on me to give to people. Let's see, I have something for Abigail. She's probably down near the wizards today, I'm guessing, because there's no way she's back up here at them again, right? I have nothing for you, Leia. Frick, I should have brought Driftwood. She actually likes Driftwood. I think I mentioned this before, but I don't have any of that on me. Is Haley in here? Hopefully. Haley and Emily are gone. Where is everybody? What? Why has everyone left the house? I mean, I know it's summer, but come on, man. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Don't jack. Okay. No, it's fine. Make do. Haley, are you down here taking pictures? You do that during this. No, you're not down here. Of course you're not. Where the frick would you be? Dude, I don't... Where the heck am I supposed to be going right now? I'm so confused. Literally no one's in the spots I think there should be. Okay, fine. You know what? We're not giving gifts today. Frick them. They didn't want my gifts now. They're not going to get them. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to go fish for the rest of the day. I said I was going to cut around, but this really didn't end up being that, just due to the fact that I was still complaining about this crap. So instead what we're going to do, we are going to fish for the rest of the day. We'll give gifts at a later time. It's not the biggest deal. I just wanted to be doing that to make the most of it. We still have a lot of days in the week, so put all that stuff in there. And we're just going to, I think, head to the ocean to fish, I think is going to be the best bet. Just trying to get the most out of that. I don't have anything here specifically I think I need to bring with me. Could bring a sea jelly or a river jelly. I guess I'll bring one just in case. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later tonight when we come back with our haul. Okay, interestingly enough, you'll see that a train is passing through Stardew Valley and you heard that little horn there. That is another event that can happen randomly throughout your time in Stardew Valley. I'm not going to go over it this time because it's going to happen again, and it's probably going to happen at a more convenient time in the future, since I'm really just focused on getting money. Just know it's nothing that's life or death if you get to, but also there's a chance you have that happen and you can't even access where it's at, so just keep that in mind. And with that, I have finished up my collection for the day. You can kind of get a look at it now, in case you haven't gotten a great look at it yet. Don't worry, we'll take a look at it later tonight when we go to bed. Got a few other goodies, but nothing super of note that I thought was really worth showing. So I'm just going to put a bunch of this stuff in, keep these things for later for specific reasons I don't want to spoil. Saying a lot of stuff out of nowhere, because why not? And we're going to put this piece of paper in. I definitely need to be doing better with like my trash items to put in there. Speaking of, do I have anything in here I want to... I should probably keep that on me, because I could easily use that in the future. I'll just put this in here. I definitely need to be recycling more of my stuff. I have not been super great about that, but it's whatever. It's not the biggest deal. So, how much did we make? We did not level up, because the next level is going to take quite a bit for us to... Did that just... Wait, whoa. Okay. Something... No way that just happened. Okay, so first things first, here's what the end of the funds are looking like. You can see that super cucumbers really made a huge difference. Red mullets and flounders were tied for our second biggest grossing of money outside of the pufferfish. We also got 2 pufferfish, which is pretty crazy, but I'm sorry, I can't really, like, 5,000 gold's really good. Now I'm thinking about what I just heard. There was a little sound effect that sounded like an owl or whatever. That's an insane thing that unfortunately I'm gonna have to absolutely mess you all up by saying that this is a to be continued for next time, because indeed next time we are going to find out what that weird noise was. We're going to be customizing our farm a little bit finally, and we're going to be celebrating the luau event. I hope to see you all there, because this is an insanely wacky way to end this episode.